Hey guys, what's going on? It's Avatar here and welcome to a brand new video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do OSRS Knights on your phone. This is kind of a second installment of my RuneScape mobile series, I guess you could call it. The first one I did upload was how to do Nightmare Zone on your phone, while you're on the go. If you haven't seen that video yet, I will have it linked in the description. I would suggest you watch that video before this one because this one is a bit more, a little bit more complicated, I guess you could say, but it's pretty simple nonetheless. So if you guys don't know already, you can do OSRS Knights with the completion of the OSRS Diaries 2, or if you have 99 Thieving already. With the Thieving Xp perk, you can thieve them at, I believe it's level 95 Thieving's the cutoff where you stop failing completely. So for this method, you're going to want either the OSRS Diary 2 complete, or you're going to want 99 Thieving and have the Xp equipped. So one of those two things, works out. And for this method, there's going to be a lot of, spots for OSRS Knights that you can utilize. For this video, I'm just going to be showing you a pretty basic spot that most people use. But if you want, you can get more in depth into this method and having alts lure knights and splash on them and stuff like that. And you can go into that if you want. But for this video, I'm just going to be showing you the most basic spot. So for the setup, first off, I usually just go in my Nightmare Zone gear. So usually when I do this, I'm at work. And I'm only doing this when we're really dead at work and there's nothing going on, so I try to do some nights if I have the opportunity to. And typically when we're dead at work, usually I have to start doing stuff in the future. So what I like to do is I like to wear my NMZ gear. And if you guys didn't know already, Obsidian armor is slightly better than Bandos in terms of DPS in NMZ. The only downside to Obsidian armor is that you have to bank a lot more often. So it's up to you whether you want to wear your Obsidian, your Bandos, or any other NMZ gear that you want to use. It doesn't really matter. It's just, that's that. So for this, I use 8 overloads with my Obsidian setup. Then I bring this. And then I'll also bring some OSRS tabs. And I'll leave one inventory spot open. So this is my setup for this. And I have the max cape here, which I don't have the OSRS Diaries 2 done, actually. So I have to equip this whenever I thieve. So, but yeah, that's that. So we're going to be telling off the OSRS here. And this is the spot we're going to be utilizing right over here, guys. And as you can see, this is a perfect spot right now because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So this is going to be a good world. And one thing you want to keep in mind when doing this is that you do not want to use a world. I believe the cap is like 10 people. Because currently they have buffed knights so that when people fail, it doesn't affect your XP rates anymore, which is really good. Because that used to be a huge pain with having to, find a world because people would fail on a lot of worlds and stuff. So, they buffed that, but the thing is now that if you have more than 10 people thieving at once, the knight glitches and it will go invisible for a brief second, and when that happens, it's gonna fuck you all up. So I would suggest finding a world with under 10 people in it. So now that we're here, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to set up your screen and everything in just a moment. Alright guys, so now that we got the whole desktop view here, so first thing you're going to want to do when you're doing phone nights is you're going to want to, before you leave the computer, you're going to want to type in, on Windows 7 you can go to, you can just type in key and just click on the on-screen keyboard here. If you're on Windows 10, I believe it's a little bit more complicated. You have to go to the Ease of Access Center, and then once you're there you can click on Start On-Screen Keyboard. So whichever works for you. Just you want to get this on-screen keyboard open, and what this does is it allows you to utilize your arrow keys because with the apps we're going to be using, none of them allow you to use arrow keys within the app, so you're going to have to be using an on-screen keyboard. And speaking of apps, you're going to want to be using the Chrome Remote Desktop app, TeamViewer, or LogMeIn app. Any of those will work for this method. The best, in my opinion, is Chrome Remote Desktop. if you guys saw my NMZ guide in the past, I said the same stuff. So just utilize that. You want to have the on-screen keyboard on here, and the reason is that you want this open is because sometimes you might log out or something will happen, you DC, and basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be thieving like this, and I want to have my cape equipped. But yeah, you're going to be thieving like this, and what I would recommend is you zoom in a bit. It's just a little bit easier. So what I like to do when I'm zooming in on my phone is I like to use this thing, but as you can see, it doesn't really work too well. And that's because I'm on OS Buddy. So what I'm going to want to do is you're going to open this interface. I already have zoom typed in. I'm just going to click off, exit out, and then you can zoom in just by clicking here on the little thing when you're on your phone. So it's a lot easier when you're on your phone and you're kind of clicking this huge night rather than a really small one. So I just like to do this. This is the angle I use. Is I have my screen angled like this when I'm on my phone, and then your screen will also turn over time. Like let's say my screen gets like this, I just turn it with my on-screen keyboard, get it aligned, and then just go back to what I'm doing. Pretty simple. And then if you're at work or if you're you're gonna be busy IRL soon, all you gotta do is go to here, tell the NMZ, and boom, you've already have your inventory set up for NMZ. It's really that simple, guys. Knights are so overpowered nowadays. They're really, really good. You're going to be getting, roughly 255k an hour here. You're going to be getting good XP and pretty good EHP. So this is something I would recommend to you if you're doing something in real life where it really requires no attention at all. And I'm talking like, let's say you're on a car ride, or you're at work and you're doing nothing, or you can even do this while you're laying in bed at home watching TV or something. This can be utilized with a whole bunch of different things, and I would highly recommend you give it a try if you haven't. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of other stuff to go over in this video. It's a pretty simple guide. In terms of luring the night, I wouldn't really ever worry about learning that. I don't even know how to do it. For worlds I use, right now I'm on 86 for Blast Furnace, but other worlds I typically try are worlds 65 and 55, and the reason I like to go with those worlds is because they're pretty unpopulated. Also 50 is another one. I like to try out 52, and those are worlds that typically don't have over 10 people, but worlds that if all those worlds are empty, for example, you could resort to going to world 61 or 49 or 53 or 66. All the total worlds are usually pretty crowded, which like you'll always have a night here, but the issue with those worlds is that they're going to be very crowded and they're going to have over 10 people usually. So I don't try to use those if I can avoid it. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy learning how to do some phone nights. Let me know how it goes. I'll be having another video out at some point in the future of how to do redwoods on your phone, chopping redwood trees. But yep, that's it for this guide, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to give it a like, post a comment if you want, and that's it for this one, guys. Have a good one.